These are the updates coming to Frame.io.
Cinema 5D at NAB 2018 is brought to you by B&H, the professional source for all your video needs. CVP, your one-stop shop for cine, video, photo, and more. Panasonic, a better life, a better world. Blackmagic Design, creating amazing solutions for film, post-production, and television.
Hey guys, Graham Mailer-Sheldon here from Cinema 5D. We are on the show floor at NAB 2018 for continuing coverage all week, and on my right is Emery, CEO of Frame.io. I've been digging a little deeper into the updates that you have announced for NAB, and there's some really cool stuff in there. Can you tell me about it?
Sure. So we're previewing the all-new Frame.io, which is launching later this summer. It's actually launching between now and through the summer. It's a rolling release. And the big story we're telling is that we're expanding the collaboration tool set to better support all the types of creative media that you work with during the video creation process. So Frame.io is a video collaboration product, and we're still very focused on that. But filmmaking is a composite of all the creative arts. You have to work with storyboards and scripts and images and music and illustration and design and all of the above, right? So we're introducing 3 new content types. The first is a multi-page PDF viewer for scripts and storyboards, and it has page-based annotations. The second is an enhanced image viewer. So the image viewer supports hundreds of raw image formats in full resolution, so great for location scouts, for castings. It has some good tools like a loop mode, so you can hold down shift and get a loop of 100% resolution, and just a really great experience for working with images. And then of course, 50% of video is audio. So we have a great new audio player with waveforms and audio meters. Next, we're expanding on our core collaboration tool set. So one of the core value props of Frame.io has been frame-based comments. That's what allows you to leave a comment on a particular point in time. But we're expanding the frame-based comments to range-based comments, so you can leave a comment from an in to an out point. We're also introducing things like @mentions, so you can more easily communicate with your colleagues, and comment attachments. So now you could leave a comment that says, hey, Joe Schmo colleague, can you please replace these 3 shots with an in to an out point, and here's a reference of what I'm thinking, all in that one comment.
I mean that's big, right? So there are limitations with giving a note on a single piece of time code. Often you're trying to give a note on, say, an entire montage, and being able to set an in and out point and say X about, just replace this with a different clip is very, very cool.
Right. I also try to give feedback on music, so I'll say something like, I really like this beat, but you leave a comment on that frame and then you play it and the beat goes by so fast, and so now you can sort of identify, like, this is the section of the audio that I'm really digging. Let's make sure that if we're doing animation, that we're hitting on these beats. So all kinds of ways that'll obviously be really beneficial. So the next thing we're introducing in the all-new Frame.io is something we're calling Presence. So Presence gives you a real-time view of who's watching, and it even shows you where they're watching in the timeline. And the whole idea of Presence is really promoting serendipitous collaboration. So if I wake up on Saturday morning and I fire open Frame.io and I'm watching the edit and I see, hey, you're watching the edit too. I actually see where you're watching. That'll likely spur a conversation. So we're trying to eliminate the scheduled meetings and conversations and review sessions, and just promote that serendipitous conversations.
That's cool. And one of the things I like about Presence is, say you have a photo of Nino from Cinema 5D, Johnny from Cinema 5D, I'm also looking at the video, Emery's looking at the video. We see our little headshots moving down the timeline, I guess we would call it, and we can tell when we all get to a point and maybe something we really like. So that's a really cool feature.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're excited about Presence. We're also improving a lot of the kind of organizational aspects of Frame.io, so people are uploading tons of media, and we're now going to have a global file search, so you can search for any file across any project, and you'll be able to search by certain metadata attributes. The player also is now going to support 360 VR and 4K playback, so if you're doing that stuff, then you're going to have a great experience. Also, there's something really cool that we didn't show you. The 360 player, it has spatial annotations. So you annotate on something, if the camera is spun around, somebody clicks on the comment, then the camera spins around to wherever you annotated, which is pretty cool. The next thing that we are showing here at NAB, which actually is available now, we announced it on Monday at NAB, is a new macOS menu bar app with watch folder support. So that means you can identify a folder on your desktop and choose a corresponding folder on Frame.io, and anything that gets dropped into that folder will automatically go into Frame.io. So that's really great for a couple of reasons. One, a dailies workflow, you can set render in DaVinci Resolve into your watch folder, and then wake up the next morning and all your dailies will be available online. So that's really cool. But the thing that I'm most excited about with watch folders is, one, the file transfer is totally accelerated. 2, it is completely secured and encrypted, and 3, it's indestructible. So we tested this uploader in every way we could imagine. So something that happened to me all the time, my 15 years of post-production, is large file transfers would fail. They'd fail overnight, they would fail for different reasons, and we didn't want that to happen. So we tested this for all kinds of different conditions. You can actually restart your computer, you can turn it off, you can disconnect from the internet, you can yank out your hard drive, and when everything is back to normal, the upload is going to resume where it left off. And the way that works is we're uploading in chunks. So there are 20 megabyte chunks, and as each chunk, if something gets interrupted, you only lose that chunk, and when it comes back, it'll resume from where it left off. And the next version of Frame.io is going to be significantly more secure. So whether you're a large organization or a small organization, the content you upload to Frame.io is your intellectual property, and you should feel confident that it is safe and secured. So in the next 2 months, we're going to be fully MPAA compliant and SOC 2 Type 1 compliant. And if you don't know what any of that stuff means, these are security compliance standards, and it means that your content's going to be safe.
Emery, thank you very much. The updates to Frame.io are very cool. Stay tuned to continuing coverage on Cinema 5D of all things NAB 2018. Have a great day, guys.